wowzers! It is also time for the Primetime King with the counterpart himself. 24/7 media. The ever vigilante Williamson, the mysterious one. And that other guy, that Baron of the guy. So just sit back now. Enjoy and listen to the show. That's what I'm going to do too. And now it's time for the Primetime Kings.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy, 24/7 here with Baron Norman Tag. Hopefully we'll be joined soon by Vigilante Williamson, and we are the Primetime Kings. Hopefully everyone out there is doing well today and everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving weekend. Baron, how was your Thanksgiving? I didn't even
it
ask
wasn't
you,
too
man.
bad at all. It was kind of low key. It was, it's kind of unique. Of course, the old man and I, my mother, my wife, my former wife, a friend from my mother's church, and then my daughter and her fiance came by later on for dessert. They always know when to show up.
Yeah. The old man told me that you guys ate up some shit. So,
turkey
funny,
and mashed potatoes, gravy, scalloped corn, and I don't like sweet potatoes or whatever, but they had that out there in green bean casserole. I don't like green beans, but
No, okay. All the
and that was
usual suspects.
Oh yeah, just the usual suspects in there, and 4 kinds of pie.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah, you had of course the ever present pumpkin pie. There was pecan pie. There was chocolate pie, and my favorite, banana cream pie.
Banana cream, huh? Shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. That's pretty good, man. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to hear that, man. Shit.
I trust yours went well too.
You know what, brother? I'll tell you this, man. Wednesday was my birthday. Home alone again. So, yeah, man. It was. Yeah, it is what it is, man. So,
but damn, you look good for 29.
Yeah, shit. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that shit, man. Yeah, but other than that, man, I'm just happy to be here, man. I see that we got a low spec Linux laptop in the house. What's up, low spec?
Mm-hmm.
And my boy Rob, what's up, man? Saying what's up, kids? Yeah, man. It's great to have y'all here. Yeah, man. Nice. Happy birthday, man. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that, man. Shit. You know it, man. Just trying to make the best out of it, man. I guess complaining about it ain't gonna help, man.
Mm-hmm.
But shit. Other than that, man, hopefully everybody had a great Thanksgiving. What's up, Rochelle? Just another red shirt. What's going on, man? Ro.
He's trying not to get killed. That's what's happening.
Oh man, you know it.
Every stinking episode.
Man, you watch any good movies? Anything? You watch the Thanksgiving Day Parade? Any of that? Shit?
Well, the missus did. She loves the Thanksgiving Day Parade, and I guess what's her name? Mariah Carey. She got zinged for lip syncing badly to "All I Want for Christmas Is You."
Damn, she don't even sing that shit straight up no more, huh?
I guess not. Not at least in the parade. It sounds like there was bad lip syncing for her.
Wow. Damn. Yeah, man. Great to have everybody here. I know I seen a little bit of it. I just thought that thought it was all right, man. It was cool to see the little floaties. You know what I'm saying? It was. I seen one that had the one in New York that had Goku from Dragon Ball Z. I was like, I thought that was pretty fucking interesting. And then, but other than that, I watched it for a few minutes, seen that shit, and switched it, man.
Parades don't excite me, I have to confess. So, but I mean, they keep the missus happy, so it's like, you can watch all you want. I don't care.
What's up, man? My boy Rob, the Wake Down. What's going on, man? Shit, great to have you here. Just another red shirt saying what's up to Rochelle. That's what's up. Yeah, just let y'all know, Rochelle. That's my little sister, man. So, yeah. So that's like no bullshit. Yeah.
Well, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I'll try. I'll try not to pick.
Oh well, nah. It's all good, man. It's all good. She said we out here. Yup. We sure are. Holy shit. What's up, Zax? What's going on, man? Shit, man. Hopefully you've had a good Thanksgiving, man, and you've had a good weekend along with it.
They had that like 2 months ago. All Thursday was to them was Thursday.
Oh, I didn't know Zax he's in Canada. I had no idea.
Oh yeah, eh?
All right, all right. That's damn. My bad. Oh shit. What's up, man? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. There you go. Let me say not too little. There you go. Oh shit. Not really back, LOL. I'm just dropping in for a minute. That's what's up, Rob. Man, shit. Glad that you're here, man. Yeah. So we I normally we go through a couple articles or whatnot. Saw one, and lately I know that everybody's been seeing how like shit's been going down at Warner Brothers, and The Rock is still telling folks all the kind of things that it took in order to get Henry Cavill to come back as Superman. So another article just dropped, and I thought it'd be interesting to see what The Rock had to say, concerning the matter as of lately. So here we go.
We got it up there. And woe be anybody who makes fun of his name, Dwayne. Dwayne Johnson slams WB for inexcusable Henry Cavill Superman decision. This is by Russ Milheim. It looks like it was posted on the 24th of this month. Black Adam's Dwayne Johnson has spoken his mind about Henry Cavill's Superman, calling Warner Brothers' decision not to bring him back to the DCU inexcusable. The last time Cavill was truly seen on screen, aside from any alternative movie cuts, was 2017 Justice League. The character also manages to make faceless cameos in both Shazam and Peacemaker. Thanks to Johnson and his passionate project, the Superman actor is back in his role, as seen in the post-credit scenes. He even left his other mainstay part as Geralt in Netflix The Witcher, a move that may or may not be completely unrelated. So now the actor behind the DCU's new anti-hero has reiterated how he feels about the former regime at WB, opting to avoid bringing back Cavill sooner. And now we go in a tweet. Yeah, and
well, let me
yeah.
No. You can roll it down. I was gonna ask you,
Okay.
man.
Yeah.
Like, when you sit there and you hear all that,
Hmm.
do you think that Henry Cavill leaving The Witcher had something to do with Superman?
Uh, yes and no. I think he also saw what they were doing with The Witcher and how they were going. And remember, he is one of us. I don't think he liked the direction they're going with The Witcher. And I'm sure there was a carrot being dangled in front of him for this. So I think he might have left The Witcher anyways, but this is a little bit more feeling secure about doing it.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, to be real, after looking at a bunch of stuff, and it looks like he had already departed probably a little ways back, man,
Yeah,
and nothing was said probably up until they had confirmed the replacement, which
yeah,
was Liam Hemsworth. So I think that the announcement was kind of maybe uh, it was close to the whole him coming back as Superman thing,
hmm,
and it looks like Netflix kind of wrote it off like if it was like how can I say this? Netflix tried to spin it as if Superman was the reason why he left, and to be
right.
honest, it was clearly because of the showrunners, man. Nobody, everybody involved with The Witcher didn't give a shit about it, probably except for
No,
Cavill and maybe a handful of other people. And at that point, it's like, why the fuck stick around if they're gonna treat him no better than they did Chris Helmsworth in his own Thor movies?
right.
So yeah, but I sat there and I thought about that, and I was like, But I just wanted to ask what you thought, man. You can keep going.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think he was on his way out anyways. It sounds like it
Right.
really was because I don't think he was very happy with that last season and seeing how the showrunners were going. Like I said, he's one of us. He loves the lore. He saw it was being ripped apart in the wrong way,
Right.
and yeah, and then this is just a nice thing to back onto. I mean, hopefully this follows through. In fact, in a new tweet, Black Adam star Dwayne Johnson posted a video where he went on to discuss how the DC universe has changed and how he heavily disagreed with Warner Brothers' decision to keep Henry Cavill and Superman away from the late DCEU. To start off, Johnson pointed out how they established Black Adam and the Justice Society, two things that most people had never heard of before. Well, we heard of them. Um, when I talk about the hierarchy of power in the DC universe has changed, it's changed in a few ways. Number one, we established Black Adam around the world as the most powerful and dominant, unstoppable force in the DC universe. And that is a fact. And we established the Justice Society around the world too. And keep in mind, no one, if you were not a hardcore comic book fan, no one heard of Black Adam or the Justice Society. The star admitted that, of course, hardcore comic fans were on their side, which he appreciates to the bone. He also pointed out how they wanted to establish Black Adam as the most powerful unstoppable force in the DCU universe, which meant they also had to introduce the most powerful being in any universe. The hardcore comic book fans, we got your love, we got your loyalty, and I appreciate that to the bone. But the rest of the world had no idea who Black Adam was. So we're establishing the brand. And something else that we're reestablishing is two things. If we're going to establish Black Adam as the most powerful, unstoppable force in the DC universe, we have to bring back the most powerful, unstoppable force of all time in any universe. Of course, this unstoppable force of all time in any universe was none other than Henry Cavill's Superman, who appeared after a long forced sabbatical from the DC universe, something Johnson called inexplicable and inexcusable. And you guys know who I'm talking about. Of course, that is Superman, and that's Henry Cavill. And at the end of the day, the studio was not bringing Henry Cavill back inexplicably, and inexcusably. But we weren't going to take no for an answer. Myself, my $7 co-founder and chairwoman, Danny Garcia, Hiram Garcia, our 7 Buckets president. This has been years in the making regarding bringing Henry Cavill back, and years of strategic conversation, and we were not going to take no for an answer. The star went on to declare that there was absolutely no way to build out the DC universe without the powerful force and the great superhero of all time on board, which is why the actor fought so hard for Cavill's return. And also something else to think about is, for us, there's no viable, logical way that you can attempt to build a DC universe without the most powerful force and the greatest superhero of all time sitting on the sideline. It's impossible to do. You can Venn diagram business-wise this whole 90 different times. But it all comes back to, where's Superman? You have to have Superman in the mix. That's why we fought hard to bring Superman back, Henry Cavill. Johnson made sure to point out how another Superman was never considered, and that Henry Cavill is our generation's Superman. I have to agree. And there was no other Superman, by the way, to bring back. Henry Cavill is our generation's Superman, and in my opinion, the greatest Superman. And I mean that respectfully to the other actors, especially Christopher Reeve. But the greatest Superman of all time. So again, bringing Henry back, now we build out the DC universe properly, strategically, smartly. Again, the hierarchy of power in the DC universe has changed. And of course, we have new leadership at DC and at Warner Brothers. Again, the hierarchy of power in the DC universe has changed. So it's a new era in the DC universe. Boy, you like saying DC universe a lot there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Aside the video message, the actor also thanks fans for the support and reactions. Saying thank you so much from my old pickup truck for the amazing Black Adam supports and reactions. #1 movie on iTunes. Will remain in theaters as well throughout the holidays. Also want to give you some Superman info. So, then what does the future hold for Superman and Black Adam?
Well,
that goes into another one. So, yeah, that's kind of cute.
Yeah, let's stop right there.
Yeah, we'll stop there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I guess, the whole thing that baffles everybody when they hear about, all the shit that it took for The Rock to bring Henry Cavill back as Superman, you come to think like, what would the old regime, you wondering like, what the fuck they've been smoking and why they didn't pass it to me?
Yeah.
For the simple fact that they must have been high on the motherfucker to sit there and actually take this actor that, Henry Cavill, man, he's a hell of an actor, man, and the fact that you people really got to see what he can do when he did like The Man from U.N.C.L.E. and he did Mission Impossible, and of course, he was doing his Enola Holmes, he was just, but he was actually, he's cool in that movie. I just don't, I'm talking about him. I like him, as Sherlock Holmes. He's an interesting version of Sherlock, man. And it's like you get to see like this dude can really act. He's really cool as fuck, man. And I watched him in interviews, seen him put together a fucking computer. He's on his shit, man, and he's the kind of guy that he actually respects the canon of you know, if there's like a pre-existing canon, you know, for something that he's interested in. If he's involved with it, obviously he respects it, and he respects the lore, the canon, the history of a lot of these IPs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so people already knew after the first season. You know, like you know of The Witcher, they love seeing him as Geralt.
Mm-hmm.
But they would start. But even from the first season, you were able to see how heavy-handed it was with the favoritism going to the ladies of the show, and people already knew from the beginning that Henry Cavill was basically going to be taking a back seat in his own show.
Yeah.
So it's fucked up that we were right, man. Like the writing was on the wall with that shit, and you know, but you know, things have to play itself out, and he had to see it for what it was, and once he realized that it was a shit show, he got out of there, man. So,
oh yeah,
you know, but yeah, I'm just glad to know that, you know, like he's done with it. I know people are upset that he's gone, but if they were going to continue to disrespect the source material, why would you stick around? You know, this
right.
You know, it's like at that point, if you would have stuck around past season 2, like going into season 3 and all this other shit. Well, no, he did film season 3.
Yeah, he did do season 3. Yep.
Yeah, he did. Okay, so it's season 4. So if you'd have,
right.
so I guess people saw what was. See, people had a funny feeling in season 1. People saw what was happening rolling into season 2. I think season 3 was the nail in the coffin for him. He was like, well, I have to, you know, I went ahead and filmed this shit, but I guess it gave him the answers he needed, whether he should stick around or leave. Mm-hmm. And after whatever happens in season 3, it's probably going to be pretty fucked up. Season 3 of The Witcher, he probably is going to be like, yo, fuck this, I'm out. And exactly, he left after season 3, and here we are. So I'm glad that he's done with that, man. You know.
Yeah. I think there's probably a little bit of sadness because he loved the game. You know, he played the game, he loved the game, and now he's playing the part of a game he loves, and then seeing what you're doing to it. It had to probably hurt him a little bit.
You know, the bad part about it is when you see something to that degree get fucking manhandled, right in front of you, because, and especially with him, he's a part of the, you know, he sees what everybody writes, and you know, it's fucked up that he saw it with his own eyes how badly it was being treated.
Right.
So that's fucked up, man. And I guess enough's enough, man. He was willing to go all the way, you know, to the end, but these people shot themselves in the foot, and I guess they're gonna try to see what happens when Liam gets there. I think that's gonna be a shit show. Not take, you know, and it ain't even Liam's fault, man. But it's just fact that but it's gonna be the fact that if he doesn't put on a stellar performance, if he doesn't come with his A game, he's gonna be a part of the problem, man.
Yeah.
So, like, let's say if Henry Cavill stuck around, even if The Witcher would have went down, he would have went down with the ship, but it wouldn't have been because of him. You know, he wouldn't have been a part of what was the problem. But hopefully Liam's acting can hold up to Henry Cavill's, man. And the fact that Liam's such a little guy compared to fucking Henry Cavill, how the fuck is that gonna look? Is that gonna look funny when you see him running around with a white wig, but he's but only half as built? He ain't nowhere as big as his brother. So
no.
So what the fuck does Liam Hemsworth look like coming into being The Witcher? Is he gonna be? Are we gonna see a Liam we ain't never seen before? Is he like tucked away in some gym, working his ass off? You know, trying to look like, you know, trying to be bigger than his brother.
Mm-hmm. Might be.
If that's not what he's trying to do, what kind of Witcher are we getting at that point?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not unheard of. They've thrown a lot of these actors in to do a regiment before roles. So,
right.
Unless they really want to emasculate him.
I mean, that's really what they're gonna end up doing anyway. That was like kind of like the oh shit.
Yeah, hi, I'm the Witcher. Hey, I represent the Lollipop Guild. That's what they want.
That's crazy shit. All right, folks, time to hunt down some dinner. Take it easy, folks. Hey, take it easy, Rob. Shit. Wake down in the house, man. He just left the building, y'all. My man. Great to have you here, man, and thank you for being here, man. I'm definitely gonna holler at you, bro. Oh yeah. So, that's my take on Henry Cavill and The Witcher. But as far as like the way he was treated when he was Superman,
yeah,
I think that's bullshit, man. And another thing too, it's like, Henry Cavill is coming back to a new Warner Brothers. They got rid of everybody, man. Everybody that fucked around and made all those wrong, bad decisions. They were all gone. So Rock had a small chance. Excuse me. Between those people being fired and James Gunn being hired to run DC Studios, The Rock had a small window to reach out to David Zaslav himself on behalf of his own movie, and knowing that his team was basically the same team that's managing Henry Cavill. Rock and Henry Cavill, they got the same manager, which is The Rock's ex-wife.
Right.
So, yeah, man, there's a lot of cards that they're holding in their hands.
And this is a bit of a back in your face thing to all the people that were screwing around.
Right.
I mean, honestly, this is, it's like, okay, we'll bring him back. And I'm sure Henry Cavill's more than happy to come back and go, nah, you schmucks.
Yeah, man, Henry Cavill, he's something special, man. And I'm looking forward to him getting his time to shine. Like, no shit. I'm definitely looking forward to that, man. Well, shit, you got any last words, my brother?
Not on this one. No. It'll be good to see him come back fully, and it'll be interesting to see what direction the DCEU, or whatever they're calling it over there at Warner Brothers, is going to go. I hope DCU. Okay.
Yeah,
I hope.
Yeah, just DC Universe is what it's called.
I mean, I hope they get their everything, their ducks in a row, and I hope they kick Marvel's ass as a DC guy.
Yeah, well, the thing is, the James Gunn is man. It's a lot of factors, man. It's James Gunn, The Rock, him getting Cavill to come back, so it's a lot of cool factors that happened all at one time, for DC, right. And it looks exciting, man. I mean, yeah. I'm very interested, and again, I'm a fan. I am truly a fan, and if the company, can work on course correction, and they are, amplifying, putting the fans first, man. James Gunn is asking fans questions. The Rock is even though he's been acting weird for the last couple years, man,
yeah.
he's still been trying to do shit for the fans, and I could respect that, man. Even though he could have made Black Adam look comic book accurate, but that's my own issues.
I think the fact that all that so much of the woke got taken out is to his credit. I think he really
and that's another thing too. And now that's the thing. Now the woke that got taken out is that the shit that we see in the deleted scenes, and in the deleted scenes we get to see how fucked up maybe the movie would have been?
Probably.
Or is that the shit that's just being left on the cutting room floor that we'll never get to see? And they probably just, like, you got to think sometimes in deleted scenes, you know, are all the deleted scenes ever always shown, or do they handpick what they want people to see? You know, because you know what it is like you taking all the shit that got left out on the cutting room floor, you throw it back in, and boom, there goes your director's cut.
Yep.
So if they come with that, are they picking and choosing? So what? If we get a director's cut, that means that there's some shit that was left out, but is that the woke shit that they had cut out of it? That's my question. Like,
yeah, it's a good question. I mean, a lot of stuff gets taken out of a movie for one reason or another. So,
right.
Sometimes it's redundant or repetitive, and it doesn't need to, or it doesn't quite fit the story, how the story flows. Many of those different items. And of course, it might be just stuff that this really sucks, and we're not going to put it in there.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That is true, man. Well, shit. Hopefully, hopefully, because I heard that they actually took out so much shit that I heard that the movie's actually pretty long. Yeah, so
that's been one of the problems too. They want to make these long ass films. It's like you don't need to make a long ass film. Just make a good film.
Right. Well, I mean, I hear you, man. I guess if they film it, and I guess it all depends on how important it was to keep some things in and take some things out.
Right. And how you edit it so it flows, so it doesn't seem like it's that long.
Right. Or you edit to the point where you're watching the movie and you feel like something skips and you feel like something was missing in the middle that doesn't explain how did it go from this point to this point.
Right.
Sometimes there's a lot of that shit, and then it takes for you to have a director's cut to see like, oh, now it would make sense because that's bad.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And there's some of the films where they sit back and do that. It's like, well, if it seems so destroyed, it's because this scene was taken out that, you hear about the stories about how things went with some sort of editing and why they took it out. And it's like, well, maybe you should have kept it in. I don't know.
I'll tell you one movie that when I watched the original version. I thought it was like the first Underworld. You ever watch Underworld?
No, I haven't seen that one. No, I haven't seen that one. That was during my years of exile.
Nah, bro, you need to go back.
I need to watch it. Yeah, I need to watch it. Yeah, you
need to watch that shit. Well, if you watch the theatrical version, it was good. Mm-hmm. I loved it. But when I bought the director's cut, and they put in all the stuff that was taken out, for the theatrical release, mm-hmm. The movie made so much more sense. Like, for an example, the movie starts off, I'm not going to really say anything, she's chasing this one person, and and this person goes into a subway, and by the time she goes into the subway, they get into a fucking shootout. Mm-hmm. But then when she turns around, there's a whole bunch of vampires along with her. And then you're wondering, well, how the hell did they all get there when she walked into that whole place by herself?
Mm-hmm.
How did they show up?
Right.
But then when you watch the director's cut, they were there the whole time. But it's like pieces of it was cut out to where it didn't explain how those other vampires were down there when it showed her running down there by herself.
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of shit explains, and it's like in a lot of movies, a lot of things get cut out and you wouldn't know, how things ended up the way it is until they insert the missing footage, man. So
Yeah.
Rochelle likes the cat.
Yep, Mr. Mouse.
Yeah, that's right. It's a cat called Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. There you go. Very interesting. Baron's Dr. Claw.
Yeah, Dr. Claw. That's what we should call you, huh, Mouse?
No, he's talking about you. You know who Dr. Claw is?
Oh, Dr. Claw from
Inspector Gadget.
Gadget. Yep.
He was always doing what you're doing now.
Mm-hmm. Mouse, leave my mouse alone.
Oh shit. All right, well shit. What's next? You got
Yep, I got the next one all pulled up there. All ready to go. It's a Street of Rage movie story that we have here.
now.
Hmm?
Now I was gonna say, I saw this,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like it's funny because Vigilante loves fucking playing Streets of Rage and shit like that. So he should actually.
Want to save it for when he comes? We can go to the next one.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
He said
Here, let me just take this one off, and I'll get the other one pulled up here.
Yeah,
Definitely.
We'll come back to it here.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Yeah, we'll come back. We'll wait.
Okay. Come on, be nice to me, computer. And now I'll go to the next one here. Boy, I feel professional. Okay. Okay, there we go. I almost pulled up another story that we had on the Pulp Culture Minefield last night, or yesterday. There we go. So here we go. We got this story all pulled up for us. So this comes from Polygon. Oli Welsh, the byline. Microsoft's acquisition of Activision likely to face FTC lawsuit, report says. And of course, that's Activision Blizzard, for those who may not know.
So everybody that plays games out there, everybody that's a gamer. Now, just think about fucking Xbox, Microsoft acquiring Activision, Blizzard. Holy shit.
Not for
Yo, I mean, man, we're going to have like...
No.
I mean, to be honest, if I'm not mistaken, I think Xbox owns Call of Duty, don't they?
I think so. I could be wrong, but yeah.
Man, look, I mean, Xbox has been making some moves, so they're not playing, and I think this is going to be very huge. So basically, when everybody was laughing because for years, Xbox actually was getting outsold by PlayStation, and Nintendo always did well.
Yeah.
Some systems better than others, but for the most part, Nintendo's always been steady. They've always been steady, and they're people that are, they're people that would actually buy an Xbox or a PlayStation 5 or some shit, or like an Xbox Series S or X. But it's like, aside from those, people always had love for Nintendo, man. So boy, and I've always loved Nintendo. So, but man, just to hear a deal like this, see, I'm huge in gaming, man, and this was actually going to be one of the bigger like gaming news, with acquiring shit in a while. So let me see.
I just don't want to see something becoming bigger monopoly,
and that's another thing there people are worried about concerning this deal also. What's up, Glinzer? My man, how's it going, man? Hopefully everything's good with you. It says Activision Blizzard will likely suffer reduced quality gains with longer waits. Shit.
But it might also suffer again being part of a big conglomerate like that.
Right. Well, I mean, I remember when Activision acquired Blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. That was a while back, man.
Yeah.
And then now they're getting acquired by Activision Blizzard getting acquired by Microsoft, man. So that's a big deal. And there's a lot of companies that are trying to fight against that happening, man.
Right. I mean, I remember when Activision was your third party gaming for the Atari 2600.
Oh, of course, man. Dude, Activision, holy shit.
Yeah, it's been
around. Dude, I mean, that was where they really made their start, man, like way back then. Cause man, Activision had their claws in a lot of damn near every video game for the 2600, man.
Yeah.
Well, not all, but a hell of a good majority.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of they had a lot of properties like E.T., Smurfs. They had a lot of properties, man. They did Star Wars.
Well, Parker Brothers did Star Wars.
Oh, it was Parker Brothers.
Parker Brothers is Star Wars. Atari did have E.T. That's what they say killed Atari. Was the E.T. because of how bad the game was and all that. Now, they had Jungle Hunt. Jungle Hunt was Activision.
I remember Jungle Hunt, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that was one of them. And, I'm trying to remember some of the other ones.
They didn't they have like Keystone Cops?
I think they did, yeah. Keystone Cops was theirs too.
Yeah, they had Keystone Cops. Yep, I remember that.
No, I can't remember.
Yeah, there you go. Low Spec. What's up, man? Thank you for that, man.
Pitfall. Mm-hmm.
Yep, they sure did, man.
That's what I was thinking of. It wasn't Jungle Hunt, it was Pitfall that they had. Pitfall Harry. That was kind of the signature game from Activision.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go, man. Zach says people are already not happy with how they're managing Overwatch. So my kid tells me, for real?
Zach, you're not supposed to say that. Don't say, or so my kid tells me. Come on, sound cooler than that.
Yeah, man. I mean,
just kidding.
I've tried to play Overwatch, man, and to be honest, I tried to play that shit with my son, and man, we got our ass whooped.
Mm-hmm. Well, Activision did have its ups and downs, man. They did have their ups and downs.
Right. Well, it looks like well, fuck, man. But man, let me see something, man. Like Activision Blizzard, if you look at what they're actually, man.
Let me take a look over here to myself. Call up the Baron portal. Activision Blizzard. Okay.
Yep. They do control Call of Duty. See.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. So, dude, and that's in Call of Duty and all that shit. That's where you see Dr. Disrespect and all these fucking Twitch gamers. Dude, gaming is such a man. You know how much money, dude? Multi-billion-dollar industry, man.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, man. The video game industry is bigger than the movie industry, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, exactly.
The biggest industry out of all of them. I don't know about pornography. I don't know about how it stands up against porn. That might be another conversation.
Yeah,
video games against porn. I think they might be fucking close to the motherfucker. Because if the two people like to do is play games and jack off, so.
And sometimes at the same time.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, I mean, as it goes, I remember when Wing Commander, I think it was 3 that came out, where they were using Malcolm McDowell and Mark Hamill in the cutscenes and such. I remember they were starting to talk at that time that how video games will be taking over for movies. And it's where you're going to be playing the main character of a movie. You are the star of that movie. And in some ways, we've kind of gotten that now. Because let's see, products. Call of Duty, Crash Bandicoot, Guitar Hero. I mean, is that still big, Guitar Hero? I'm assuming
actually,
it still is.
To be honest, I don't even I don't know if anybody really plays Guitar Hero. I don't think
it was huge for a while.
Man, y'all, it was big, man. That shit was very big, man.
Skylander series, Spiral, Tony Hawk series, the Diablo series, Heroes of the Storm, of course, Overwatch, StarCraft, Warcraft, and of course Candy Crush Saga.
but Candy Crush, all that shit's fucking money, man. Like,
yep.
I mean, we could sit there and laugh at it, but well, dude, I wish I had a fucking piece of that action. Shit.
Oh
man.
Yeah, all the microtransactions on Candy Crush.
Man.
Oh yeah, that's
bananas, man.
Money. Like, don't do it, people.
And just think, for as much money and all the IPs that they own, fucking Microsoft is trying to just, and if I'm not mistaken, I think PlayStation is trying to fight against that purchase, man.
And rightly so.
Glenn just says MS once again third place behind Sony and Microsoft once again third place behind Sony and Nintendo. Japan game makers, no games, and more importantly, care about their games. Yeah, you know what, man? That's real shit. That, like I told you, man, Xbox, man, they've been getting their ass beat. Like and it's funny because I think for the first time, I think it was this year, I heard that the Xbox actually was outselling PlayStation in Japan.
Really?
For the first time this year, bro. Yeah, man. Look it up, man. Like, I was fucking shocked. And the thing is, when it comes to gaming, the whole thing about it is people want exclusives, right? You see, this is the thing. Microsoft owns Skyrim. They own Call of, they trying to own, Call of Duty and shit like that. Now it's like, just imagine owning. Dude, Xbox owns so much shit now already before even trying to acquire Activision and shit like that. So, but man, the shit that Activision has, if you talking about Xbox owning that shit? Oh man,
yeah,
dude, it's like, and especially what happens if they start turning all their shits into exclusives, to where if you want to play Call of Duty, you have to have an Xbox. I mean, of course, they'll lose more money.
Oh, big time.
Keeping it away from PlayStation customers. But then some, people are so hooked to that shit that they'll just fuck around and just pay the extra $300-$400 or whatever the fuck and just buy them a fucking Xbox.
Well, we talked about that like a month or so ago about how the exclusivities to one platform only for a year. And then, and I mean, that was when you start doing exclusivities like that, it really hurts. I mean, Activision, if I remember right, Activision also made stuff for Intellivision, basically the same stuff they're making for the Atari, they're making for the Intellivision. Even though Intellivision wasn't that big of a competitor at the time, it's like, well, we still can get money from there. And the wise thing to do is like, okay, we're going to make stuff for our competitor, so our competitor is still paying us money indirectly because of the software. I mean, what better than to play, their own game, get them coming and going type of thing.
Right.
So,
shit, man, I don't know. Shit, I don't know. If you want to, let's
take a look at the story here. Let me go back here. Okay, me. So, Activision Blizzard, Microsoft chances of completing a $70 billion. That's with a B as in Bravo. Acquisition of Activision Blizzard looks a little slimmer this week, citing three sources familiar with the matter. Political reports that the U.S. Federal Trade Commission, FTC, is likely to try to block the deal, with an antitrust lawsuit. In my humble opinion, they should. The news comes as the deal faces through scrutiny from UK and European Union regulators as well. So, yeah, they got that game to play over there since they're playing in that marketplace as well. Governments around the world are keen to rein in the power of big tech companies, and Microsoft Gaming Power Move presents them with a big target. FTC Chair Lina Khan has been outspoken in her opposition to potential tech monopolies. Political sources say that the decision has not yet been made, but that the FTC staff reviewing the deal are skeptical of the company's arguments. Meanwhile, the war of words between Sony and Microsoft over the deal took an absurd turn Wednesday when the UK regulator, the Competition and Markets Authority, released clashing statements the two companies had made to its investors in October. Sony is pleading with the regulators to block the deal, saying Microsoft controlling Activision Blizzard, and particularly the Call of Duty franchise, will kill off competition in the games market. Both companies were put in the unusual position of being motivated to argue that their opponents are much more successful than they are, and bent over backwards to present themselves as the scrappy underdog. That's a unique approach. I wonder what the stockholders have to say about that. The suggestions that the incumbent market leader, Sony, with clear and enduring market power, could be foreclosed by the smallest of the three console competitors, Xbox, as a result of losing access to one title is not credible, Microsoft protested. It has also strenuously denied that it would do such a thing in the first place. Microsoft Gaming Chief Phil Spencer, not Spector, said Call of Duty would remain on PlayStation as long as there's a PlayStation out there to ship to, while the company told the New York Times it had offered Sony a further 10 years of Call of Duty games. Microsoft also generously claimed that its own exclusive games were rubbish compared to Sony's. Sony has more exclusive games than Microsoft. Many of them are better quality, it said, citing iconic first-party franchises such as God of War and Uncharted. PlayStation had nearly 5 times as many exclusive titles as Xbox. Sony's answer to this was to trash talk its own subscription service, Game Pass, leads PlayStation Plus significantly, it moaned. Microsoft already had a substantial lead in multi-game subscription service. Game Pass has 29 million subscribers to Xbox Pass Console and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and is expected to grow substantially in the future. The multi-game subscription tiers of PlayStation Plus considerably lag, it humbly added. Sony also took pot shots at EA's Battlefield series in passing, as it was arguing that Call of Duty is too popular in the field to compete with. Should Microsoft make it exclusive? Even assuming that SIE had the ability and resources to develop a similarly successful franchise to Call of Duty, Sony said it would take many, many years and billions of dollars to create a challenger to Call of Duty. And the example of EA's Battlefield shows that any such efforts would more than likely be unsuccessful. Shots fired. Microsoft is aiming to complete its acquisition of Activision Blizzard at some point before the middle of 2023.
Wow.
So, that Battlefield, that's kind of a fun thing to play too. I mean, both Call of Duty and that one is fun to play. But that's cool.
I didn't know you played that, man.
Oh yeah, well, I got an Xbox 360 and an Xbox One, so
there you go. That's what you need. Yeah, there you go.
I need to get back playing those things again.
Shit, yeah, jump on it, man. There you go. Man,
play a little space too.
Yeah, I like to say what's up to the old man. What's going on, brother? Great to have you here. What's up, Makini Draws? Oh man, shit.
I mean, I like that Battlefield 1 or whatever they had, where it's like in World War One. It's like, oh, this is a different one. Fighting in the trenches during World War One.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you, man, I remember Medal of Honor was a. I don't know if y'all remember when Medal of Honor came out on the PlayStation, man. PlayStation 1. PlayStation 2, Medal of Honor. Man.
Yeah.
Yo, that was like it was like it came out like right around the time Saving Private Ryan came out, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that shit was fucking wicked, man. Like I loved, playing that. That was like my first introduction to like some real combat type, shooting type shit. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I mean, Call of Duty started out as a World War II shoot 'em up, and then it grew out.
Right. Yeah, man, that was some good stuff, man. That was some good stuff. I miss that shit. Oh shit.
Hey guys.
Look what we got there.
So I'm not even gonna lie, man. I had kind of an anxiety. So sorry for the delay, man.
Oh yeah, no worries, buddy.
Oh, you good, brother? Shit, man. Glad to have you here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Happy to be here. Like I said, just had a little internet anxiety, and plus I had something going on. So yeah, sorry about the delay. I saw a little bit. I saw Rob was in the chat earlier. Shout out to Rob.
Yeah.
I know he left, but I did see that he was in the chat. Shout out to everyone here in the chat and on the panel. Of course, you guys are great.
Oh man, thank you, man. Shit. Yeah, now that you're here, we even greater, man.
I don't know about that. Did I miss the Streets of Rage talk?
No, we saved that for you, man.
Cool.
we saved that. Yeah. We we put that one on pause till you got here, man. So we'll just
because I was a big fan.
We just talking about Microsoft trying to purchase Activision Blizzard, man, and try, at that point they'll be owning Call of Duty and a bunch of other shit.
Yeah.
It's like
I know they made, they bought Bethesda.
Yeah.
They bought a lot of stuff. But apparently, is the FTC going to get involved with this?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, it looks like they are.
Which I'm glad, but it's like, hey, could you have done something the past 10 or 15 years of Disney? Like,
yeah,
like they should have got involved with a lot of these entertainment companies, because now we're at a point where three of the top entertainment companies, we talk about Paramount, Disney, and Warner Brothers, all facing financial troubles. All of them.
Yep.
So those three companies mean the entertainment industry tanks. You know what I mean? If they all go under, there is no entertainment industry.
It's funny.
Become conglomerates.
Man.
Well, I mean, and VW is saying a point here. Well, Vigilante is making a good point. It's like, are you going to give it to a company that sits back and says, we're really sucking right now, we want to buy this company? And it's like, okay, you're going to buy this company for that much. You're not doing that good. And so what's going to happen? You're going to buy it and then bankruptcy?
Yeah, and old man said, didn't he say that? Maybe the old man already made my point. But yeah, it's like this. I'm glad they're getting involved. They have to get involved. And like you just said, man, these companies aren't all doing well, so they'll buy companies and end up tanking. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. The 20th Century Fox is only 3 or 4 years ago when Disney bought it, right? And look what the state they're in.
Yeah.
Dude, but the thing is, like 20th Century Fox, see, that's another thing too, man. Like, they got bought up and they're just not starting to use their studio again. But that's just their studio. Because if you look at like the Scream, like the new Scream movies that's been coming out lately.
Yeah.
That's on, if I'm not mistaken, that's on 20th Century Studios. And they're trying to do a new Escape from New York sequel.
Yeah.
They're trying to bring in Kurt Russell and I'm working on something now where they're trying to get Wyatt Russell signed on. And that's going to be on 20th Century Studios.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be called Control Alt Delete New York.
Oh. Yeah, but You know, they but yeah, man, that's you know, they so it basically it looks like they're gonna use 20th Century Studios to put out the harder shit that Disney can't.
Disney doesn't want to do.
Yeah, exactly, man. So that might
put
be the
Blade
outlet
over there while we're at it. Shit.
I mean, damn, you know, that's why I don't get, man. You know, because and actually they got a new Aliens movie that they're working on that's going to be on there too, on that 20th Century Studios.
Yeah, how's that going to be?
I mean, we'll see. Because now, you know, because you know, Alien and Predators actually started getting put out on Marvel Comics.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yep,
I did see that.
And then it's funny because
people upset
because they gave Star Wars back over to Dark Horse,
right?
But what's so fucked up is when you read that Dark Horse is writing the Star Wars: The High Republic. So what does that tell you now?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Dude,
Dark Horse is riding it. That's crazy.
Man, look, I found that shit out last week. I was like, okay, Dark Horse, you know, I knew they were getting back Star Wars. I was like, damn, they put out some of the most iconic Star Wars comics of all time. But now that they recently they put out the woke shit. They look.
Well maybe we'll get dinosaurs finally.
They putting out the High Republic comic books, man. Over at Dark Horse.
That's crazy. I mean, well, they're still getting licensed out by Disney. You know what I mean? So they're still. I'm sure they have edicts. They're like, all right, if we're gonna give you Star Wars, you got to take all of it. So you're gonna have to do our woke stuff too. You know what I mean? And it's probably worth it for Dark Horse because it's still a big property.
Right. And remember, Alien versus Predator came from Dark Horse.
Right. It did. It did. Yep.
Well, you know what though? Even though it sucks about the High Republic, they probably will end up getting both Alien and Predator back the way they license the stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Because Disney doesn't want to print comics just like Warner doesn't either.
Well, the thing is they just introduced Alien and Predator to their Marvel comic book universe.
Yeah, I predict in a couple years they'll say, you know.
Yeah, probably if there's a bunch of failure. Yeah, but it's just starting fresh. So,
I mean, what do you're right. You're just starting fresh, but I mean, from modern major comics. I mean, I expect the worst.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm not reading or buying none of that shit. But I'm not supporting. Sorry, you know, love Alien, love Predator. So you know, they fucking with Disney, can't support it.
No, not at all.
Yeah, man, fuck it. It's a shame though, but they've already put out enough cool shit that I remembered how awesome they used to be. So I'm good with that, man. I'm cool with, you know, it's like somebody that I used to know. Somebody that I used to know. Yeah, that's how I feel about somebody.
Well, there's plenty of back issues to buy.
Yeah, that's exactly. You know, dude, that's the thing, man. It's like, look, it looks like, in order for us to go forward, we're gonna have to go back a little bit, man. And yeah, man, it's like we have to, you know, remember what good television is instead of accepting mediocre shit. And even if it's not woke, dude, it's still like compared to what shit used to be, man. Dog, television and everything is so bad. Like Tarantino was saying, this has to be like the worst.
Yep, I saw that
era of fucking movies and entertainment.
It is.
We've ever even been involved with, man. Like everything that's our whole childhood's been fucking pile drived on his fucking head, man.
We're
like somebody just
make it.
It's like somebody fucking grabbed our childhood, grabbed it, and put in a DET and just
yeah. I was thinking. Speaking of wrestling, you guys remember when Mankind went off the top of the cage? That's what happened to our childhood. They just tossed that motherfucker off the top of the cage.
Oh, Mankind, yeah.
That's what I did. They just like fuck it, like just tossed it, watched it crash and burn because they just don't give a shit. Yeah, Scorsese said it first.
Yep.
He was right about just the Marvel movies. I keep telling people the Marvel movies have been mediocre for the most part. Mm-hmm. You know, I think we accepted them because we were just excited to see comic books on screen. It was visually cool, and there were some good movies early on.
Right.
But if you look at the majority of that series, the whole Marvel, you're not gonna look back at except for a few movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not gonna care about Ant-Man 2 when it's all said and done. You know what I mean? Or Black Panther 2, or a lot of these movies. They all and we got to and it wasn't just Marvel. It was the Fast and Furious movies, the Transformer movies, and even then we got in the DC stuff. And we already know about BVS and some of the mistakes made there. And then we got into the woke stuff. So I mean, we had this generation of mediocrity, and now, you know, the first Transformers movie came out 15 years ago, meaning the kids who grew up watching movies, that's what the people who are now adults watching movies and making stuff, that's the stuff they reference as, oh, this is what movies were like when I was growing up. Where I reference something, you know what I mean? I reference Die Hard. Die Hard is a movie I saw as a kid. And you know what I mean? That's what movies were like when I was growing up. But the next generation down, the current generation making movies, it was Transformers, it was Fast and the Furious, it was Twilight. These were the series, and then the early MCU. This is the stuff that hit them in their formative years, and now down the line, they're creating this stuff. This is outside the woke. This is just like, this is why we don't have quality writers. This is why we don't have Tarantinos or Scorsese's, because we don't have people who have the connection to quality film. We've been in this corporate, generic paint by film for a while. Yeah, and now all these companies own everything. We only have one way of making movies. We've eliminated a bunch of different types of movies. We're never going to see raunchy comedies anymore. We're never going to see, you know what I mean? The whole genres have dried up, and now nothing's good. And then they added weapons.
Yeah, like no more Porky's, no more Revenge of the Nerds.
I mean, that's why I like Thor, and I think it's probably one of the best that they ever put out there. But take a look at it. J. Michael Straczynski was one of the co-writers of the movie. So, I mean, he knows comics and how to write, especially in the genre. And, of course, he had Kenneth Branagh, you know, the great Shakespearean actor-director, directing the film. No wonder why that was such a visual...
The first Thor?
The first Thor, yeah.
First Thor was cool.
Yeah, no wonder why that film was, you know, so good, in my opinion. But
I think it's still the best Thor.
I think so. Very much. One of the best of the MCU, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like basically, out of the Thor movies, people's going to say Thor 1, then Ragnarok. And then it'll be a toss-up between fucking Love and Thunder and The Dark World. People hated the fucking Dark World, man. Yeah. Even though I thought it was all right, but the villain was kind of whatever-ish. But I don't know, man. It's fucking Thor, man. It's now he's, you know, he goes from, you know, whooping motherfuckers with a hammer to just getting butt naked in his own shits.
Yeah.
Hey, Bruce.
Dog, I don't know. It was like,
Bruce.
Man, that shit was wild. I looked at that scene when fucking, was that Zeus fucking had him stripped of all his gear. And then you look at everybody that passed out when they saw him. It was like a bunch of chicks. And then I looked to the side. It was like 3 dudes. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? Like, this is whack as fuck, man.
Yeah.
And JMS also did Captain Powers. That was a Toy-related TV show towards the end of the 80s.
Oh, I remember Captain Powers. Hey, you ever heard of that?
Captain Powers? No, I have not.
Dude, Captain Powers, man. That was actually, wasn't that like the first like
interactive?
Yeah, it was like an interactive TV show that you bought this thing. And when the show was playing, you would face it to the TV, and your shit would like go off because of the TV. Yeah, Captain Power, man, like that shit was. That was some different shit, man.
Okay, that seemed cool as shit.
Yeah,
man, that dude.
Especially with the time. I mean, this was almost groundbreaking. Of course, he did He-Man. You know, he was involved with He-Man when the original series came out. And if I remember right, he even did some real Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and that comment, we've talked, I don't know if it's on this show or I've talked on multiple shows when we go through the 80s and see some of those years, like 82 and 84, where it's like almost hundreds of IP getting launched. 1984 is one of the best creative years for all of pop culture. Prince, Purple Rain came out in 84, Van Halen came out in 84. Then you have all those movies and great franchises. It's just an incredible year all the stuff that came out in '84, like a definitive year. Pop culture.
Glenzer saying Terminator, Ghostbusters, Gremlins, Karate Kid, Beverly Hills Cop, Romancing the Stone.
I think he's missing stuff.
Original non-sequels from 1 year, 1984. There you go, brother.
I think he's leaving stuff on the table. I think there's more stuff.
Yeah, that's a shitload more, of course, man.
Crazy.
You got
not counting TV.
Right.
Look at what's up, Bruce. Great to have you.
I know the
Socks.
answer. Yeah,
man. Bruce says JMS also wrote Joyce and the Wheeled Warriors. Man, that was they had a hell of an opening. Their the way the show opens up and he starts singing as the show starts, the intro.
Yeah.
Man, Jason the Wheeled Warriors, their intro was fucking killer, man. Man. Yo, Bruce, you're on point, man, as always, man.
Oh, yeah. Good to see you, Bruce. Where you been? You've been missing, man.
I always miss Bruce Lombardo, man.
I know.
Damn, old man says, hold on a second here, man.
No TNA funnies.
No TNA funnies anymore. Nope. Look at that. And Glenn said, I like the Bill and Ted Hulk TV movie with Daredevil. Yep. The Bill Bixby. Yeah, Hulk. Yeah. I have that on DVD too, man. But fun. Yeah, it was corny. Yeah, but I miss that shit, man. And the thing is, man, they don't do shows like that anymore, man.
No.
Damn.
Cause they don't make real kid shows any. There's a lot of genres that have just dried up, man.
Yeah, unnecessarily too.
Yeah, they don't make chick flicks for some reason. They don't make raunchy comedies for some reason. They don't make stuff because they don't. You know what it is? They don't even try to get kids to buy toys. They try to sell adults toys now. They don't start to sell kids toys like that.
Yeah,
because they just you got an iPad. It's like kids still like toys.
They do, and
still kids.
And if they made toys for the kids, it would renew interest in the franchise. I mean, Star Wars is hurting because of that, because the toys have become inaccessible to these kids now.
Yeah.
And so they're not enjoying the, playing with the action figures as much because Action Age and Beards and all that are buying them all up at greatly inflated prices.
Yeah. And I'm a toy guy, and I'm seeing this firsthand. It pisses me off. These things should be cheap. These things should be accessible. They don't have to, you can have that high end stuff for those people, but a kid can't get it. It's not spending $30 for no action figure. When know what I mean? He's not going to be able to convince his parent for that. He can convince his parent for $10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And apparently Hasbro's lost money by doing this, by making their prices so high that the only people who are getting it is fat nerds like me. And no kids are buying this shit.
Right. And they're losing interest in. I mean, that was one of the things that helped keep Star Wars alive, even when we had that dry period. Those action figures started coming out in between, in the 90s there before the Phantom Menace. And kids started playing with those as they were watching the movies on VHS and all that. And the parents are buying them the toys. And now they're getting interested in Star Wars, and the Phantom Menace comes out, and my lord, the toys were just insane when that came out.
I'm of this generation. I was there. I remember it.
Yeah.
I remember it. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. We had the super buff Luke Skywalker era where the Kenner was the Kenner. We had the crazy chest. He never looked like that in real life.
Yeah, it was Kenner.
Yeah. And they had that whole line of stuff. You know what I mean? So that was a lot of kids my age had that stuff, and that is what led into the Phantom Menace. And then they had all those different vehicles and shit. I used to want some of the vehicles. They were still expensive for the day. The vehicles.
Oh yeah,
way cheaper than now. Jesus.
Yeah, they are. I mean, it's ridiculous what you see anymore. It's like, then how are you going to get that next generation? They keep on forgetting that you got to get the next generation somehow involved. And, playing with toys is one of them.
Yeah.
Really.
It really is. They got to tear that off and say, this is for the kids and for the young people. This is for the, nerds who are going to pay a little bit. And we're going to, instead of trying to do all things to all people.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yo, I like the what's up to Socks Bulletin. What's up, Socks?
Hey,
My
Socks.
Man. Yeah, man. Great to have you here, brother. Man, we got all these great folks in the house. Yeah, man.
He's also right about the fact with that Captain Power that they actually killed one of the main characters in that show.
Yo, Captain Power that was some good shit,
That's
man. It had the photon and the laser tag Brave Star.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Brave Star was fucking awesome too, man. Damn. Actually, I was watching some of that shit on YouTube, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yup, in the Galaxy Rangers, yeah, man. Damn.
I should be checking some of this out. There's so much good stuff that exists, man, that I never saw. Like, I didn't see any of this. So it's like, man, that's interesting. I know, like, the writing we got, even for kids stuff back then in the 90s and the 80s, is so much better than what we get for adult stuff now. Because I do shout out to Hasbro, as much as I criticized them earlier. They do show all their on their YouTube channel. They have a lot of G.I. Joe and a lot of those old TV shows.
Oh yeah, Transformers and shit. Yeah.
Transform. I love watching those G.I. Joe episodes. They're so much better than I remember them being as a kid.
Yeah, actually, they are. And you can actually, like, if you get like the whole collection, dude. Look, if you like G.I. Joe, how you feel about the Transformers, man?
Oh yeah, I love Transformers.
Oh yeah, robots in disguise.
Yeah, man. They that was some real good. I love watching them shit, man. Yeah,
man.
Dude, there's some good stuff out there, man.
Oh, and back at you on something, Bruce Lombardo, the main star, Timothy P. Dugan. He also was the original face in the A-Team in the pilot. He was in that first episode, and they replaced him with Dirk Benedict because he was too young.
There you go. 18 facts. Dun, dun, dun,
what's that?
Dun. That is 24 regaling us with royalty-free music.
Yeah. I'm in my Dr. Disrespect mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The music stuff is huge, man. I'm trying to make. It's funny. I'm trying to make music to submit to those.
Yeah, this is copyright free. I said fuck it. I'm just gonna hit play and let it go. I don't
okay. Sounds dope. I was just like, oh man, it's cool. I noticed it. It's just I can hear pieces of it. And it sounds kind of
that motherfucker there is just all you need is a nice little blunt. And you just
it's very relaxing, man. Very relaxing and laid back.
There you go.
So speaking of blunts, because this is a game I played plenty high. Streets of Rage was a favorite of mine when I was a youngster. And the reboot that they released for Steam, I play a lot online because it's a very easy game.
Yeah, I've seen you whoop a lot of ass on there.
Yeah, I might be playing it later on tonight. I play it so damn much, right?
Stream it, man.
And my brother actually brought this to my attention. That, oh yeah, I know you play Streets of Rage. You're a huge fan. They're doing a movie adaptation, and so there is a story to Streets of Rage. It's about what's my man's name? Is he Mr. X? And then he has in the latest one is his kids, and the old ones from the 90s. He was taking over the city. And these at one point they were police, Axel, Blaze, and Adam, and a few of the guys that were police, and they became ex-police. So there's a story here. I don't know where they're going to start in the Streets of Rage story, because it's also a loose story. This is a game that was an 8-bit or 16-bit, whatever it was, game. So it had some story elements, and it had some sci-fi stuff with the animatronic doctor, but it's like. Go ahead. What you about to say?
I was going to say, if you can make a game out of Sonic and Mario Brothers, you can make a game out of a movie out of anything.
Yeah, this gives you a lot more to go on and stuff like that. But I guess that's the thing. It's like, okay, how is this going to work? I mean, they did the Mortal Kombat movies. I still like the very first one. I think that's probably still the best one.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously the sequel was infamous, and then the reboot wasn't that good. And I really had high hopes for that reboot. I wanted it to be better than what we got.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope this is good. I hope it is true to this is really just a beat 'em up game, and it's kind of a like this isn't some detailed oriented corruption story. You know what I mean? Like, how are they gonna really get this as a competent and interesting movie? Is this going to be an animated movie or is it live action first?
Well, let's find out here. I got the story pulled up. I'll read it for you here. This is from MovieWeb, Streets of Rage movie, byline Sean Schulman. I always like to do the byline. Punching, kicking, throwing, all that and more with Lionsgate's upcoming Streets of Rage movie. Here's what what we want to see. So this is what they want to see, not just what we're going to see.
Already a good thing is, Lionsgate, they put out some good shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, they do.
So that's very interesting. Okay, I had no idea. All right.
So, beat-em-ups have been a staple of drunken bar crawls and childhood memories for a long time now. There's something oddly hypnotic about the genre's simplicity. Walk, right, punch things, grab food, and improvise weapons. Repeat. One of the best in its genre is Streets of Rage franchise. Perfectly encapsulates everything that makes beat-em-ups so enjoyable. The amazing soundtrack, the colorful cast of characters, and the simple 80s tinge setup of fighting the criminal mastermind, Mr. X, makes for a memorable experience. It could even work as a movie.
There you go.
Speaking of which, Lionsgate recently announced an acquisition of Derek Kolstad's spec script for a Streets of Rage movie produced by DJ2 Entertainment and Escape Artists. You'd think a film based on a game where people punch each other would be hard to get wrong, but seeing how Tekken, Double Dragon, and Street Fighter are all infamous for their meme-worthy quality, we might be in for another rough ride. Needless to say, here is everything we want to see from an upcoming Streets of Rage movie. An animated feature may do Streets of Rage justice.
Agreed.
A part of the appeal of Streets of Rage is just how stylish it is. The slick sprite art, the flashy character design, and the fast-paced gameplay all come together to form something that makes a challenging but memorable experience. But sometimes things that work in one visual don't necessarily cross over into another. Multiple superheroes franchises, for example, make significant alterations to characters' costumes in order to look more natural in motion. Sometimes characters get completely redesigned for the big screen due to impossible proportions or impractical features. Gamera from Guardians of the Galaxy is a recent example of this. Will Streets of Rage be animated? Seeing as how DJ2 Entertainment is involved, there's a good chance it will be. The studio is working on a variety of upcoming video game adaptations, from the recently released Sonic the Hedgehog films, to a mixture of live action and animated versions of Tomb Raider and Ruiner. To try and bring Streets of Rage into the real world would be a monumental task, something that would demand far more effort to accurately replicate compared to just animating it.
Yeah, so to kind of just talk about that point, I agree. I hope it's a animated movie. I don't think they should do it live action. It could, but I think the only way a Streets of Rage live action works is you change so much about it that it's barely Streets of Rage. So I'd rather you do it animated. And I didn't know if it's the same company that made Sonic. That means they have a little bit of leeway to play with. Like you know what I mean? They're not just gonna get ignored. Ooh, excuse me. So hopefully, hopefully this is an animated movie. We'll see though.
There you go.
It's still up in the air.
The right stars for the legendary characters. While there isn't an official cast list prepared yet, we can at least examine the characters in Streets of Rage and guess who would be best for each role. The most prominent character in the series, Alex Stone, is a former cop ripped straight out of the 80s with slicked blonde hair and taut headband, armored gloves, and blue jeans. If you squint hard enough, he'd almost look like a blonde Kurt Russell. Some fans have noticed that William Zabka of Cobra Kai fame would be the 1-to-1 match in appearance. It helps that he has some martial arts experience on top of that. Next to Alex, making an appearance in every Streets of Rage game is Blaze Felding, another former cop who serves as a dance instructor. She teams up with Alex in order to put a stop to the rampant crime waves brought on by Mr. X. A colorful counterpart to Axel Blaze is frequently seen. To Axel, Blaze frequently seen in a blazer, red headband, and red skirt, with black gloves. A variety of people could theoretically play Blaze, from Holly Berry to Anna de Armas.
Red skirt.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't look like a red skirt. It looks like shorts, but maybe it's a skirt. I don't know. The main villain of the series, Mr. X, is a bulky, well-dressed crime lord bursting with equal parts charisma and malice. The slick back hair, the imposing appearance, and the physique of Mr. X would be fantastic fit for Mickey Rourke, should he be interested in playing the role. Okay, so we have a bustling New York City-like location. While the city itself isn't a significant component to Streets of Rage, serving more as the backdrop for the action, the setting will no doubt play a major role in determining the look, feel, and mood of the accompanying film. Wood Oak City, the setting for all of the Streets of Rage games, is a loose stand-in for New York. From the neon-lit signage to the seedy underbelly, it takes a lot of inspiration from films like Control-Alt-Delete New York are the Warriors, even aping to colorful coordinated gangs in the latter. Should the film go elsewhere, we may be able to get a deeper examination of the main characters outside the constant brawling. Let's hope that the film actually takes place in a New York City-like city. If you've seen Masters of the Universe, you've likely seen how budgetary concerns force sacrifices in scope and scale, instead of taking place in the magical realm of Eternia. The film rips characters from He-Man's universe and places them in suburban California. How exciting. While Streets of Rage frequently jump between different environs, it would be a shame to see a majority of it in isolated subways or generic building interiors.
It's like when Jason goes to Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why, again, this has to be anime. I don't think they should even.
Holy shit!
I wouldn't even do a live action thing. I would just do it animated.
And the Armis, actually, she's supposed to be doing a ballerina too, huh? Like a spinoff of John Wick, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know they were doing a spinoff.
Yeah, they are.
All right.
Not surprised. I mean, they made a lot of money off this franchise.
Like I said, if I'm not mistaken, it's called Ballerina. Check it out. It's supposed to be the character that Anna de Armas played in last John Wick movie. She's having her own spinoff shit. Yeah, I think she already filmed it too.
Okay, so that's already coming.
Yeah, man. Like, it's supposed to be some good shit going down.
They get those John Wick movies done pretty quick.
Yeah, man. They and people don't fuck around, but then, man, it's like the quality be so good after they, probably take it and clean it up and do what they do with it. Looks good, man.
I think it speaks to the, and that's kind of a good action franchise to motto. That's one of the few pure action franchises we still have left. I mean, the MCU, I guess, but you know what I mean? Like, they don't even allow kind of hardcore action movies outside of John Wick. Thank goodness we still get it. We had nobody, but you know what I mean? It's the same people or some of the same individuals involved.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the interesting part in this next section here: a relatable and emotional script, because we're bringing up some of the stuff that we're just talking about here. While we can't exactly take a look at Kolstad's script, we can make a few assumptions based on his previous films. Nobody in John Wick present similar scenarios of people returning to their former lives of violence and action.
Oh, it's the same writer from Wick?
That is correct, yes.
Ooh, well, he's the guy who want to write it.
Honestly. Yeah. Yep. Oh man. So
he's the guy. He gets
okay. So now the guy that writes John Wick is fucking writing Streets of Rage. How y'all feel about that shit now?
I didn't know that. Yeah, now I'm a little bit like, maybe they can do a live action. I feel like if there's a group, that's why I kind of brought up John Wick. I'm like, okay, there's a group of people who could make this work in a live action setting. It would be them. And so if he's involved and some of those same people involved, they can make this out cold. They can make this a real out, because that's keep it simple. You can still, some of the stuff they're talking about capturing the city, you can still get that done with the John Wick budget. That's the only franchise I can think of that understands simple action. Does it with a budget, does it quick so Hollywood can't yell at them. There's already a woman and black protagonists involved. They're not Skate. I don't know if he's going to be in this one, but Skate and Adam, and so there's other individuals. So the woke stuff they don't have to worry about. I think now I'm a little more interested in the live action film.
I figured you would be when I saw that this guy worked on John Wick. It's like, oh, Vigilante is really going to perk up at this one. So, which ties to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the same guy that's doing that wrote the Anna de Armas ballerina. That's the spinoff for John. Yeah. So,
which is probably a good reason why they brought her up, maybe because there's
ties. Right.
And speaking of ties, which ties directly into the story of Streets of Rage. Each film has a variety of unique action sequences that take advantage of the environments they're set in, which can be utilized for their improvised weapons. Streets of Rage is partially famous for. Lastly, underneath the action is a relatable, emotional core. Whether avenging a deceased animal in John Wick or befriending a beloved family member in Nobody, we can likely expect something similar to be applied to the protagonists of Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage is looking to be an excellent addition to the upcoming slew of video games adaptations, joining the likes of Gears of War, and Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah. Because I did my Gears of War video.
Yep.
Yeah, and oh yeah.
So I am still worried because there's still part of me worried just because in general video game adaptations are so hard to get done right. But again, the John Wick team, so to speak, and people from that team seem to have the biggest, the best chance, and their finger on the pulse of how to make an action movie in the modern era. So I'm really hoping that we do get. If we get a live action movie, even though part of me still thinks it'll be better animated, but if they're doing a live action movie and they keep it simple, and there are things that they can use to kind of trope off the because nobody in John Wick kind of has similar beats. So they have vengeance. I think there are some of the characters do have some of that stuff in their origin. So I mean, they can use some of that same stuff. So hey, if they can make John Wick where you hit people with fucking pool sticks and shit, I think it'll be fun.
I mean, if they really try to bring that street fighting element, they're gonna be bats and chains, bottles, tires, a bunch of shit just left all over the place, pipes, knives, guns. At certain points here and there, you always catch a pistol here or there, and so it's a bunch of shit. And I mean,
that's the point of the game is to hit people with bottles,
right?
And shit.
And so you run it through the whole fucking city, and you're trying to use the city and the environment against for your advantage against the enemy. So you're pulling off fucking boards off of fences, chains, it's all kind of shit. Some motherfuckers got like swords and
you could, if you want to be inventive, you can have some kick-ass action sequences.
Oh yeah.
So,
and this guy is inventive. So
So yeah, I'm a little more excited. I think this is it should be, I hate to say easy, but this should be doable for the parties involved. I still have Hollywood has so much ill will towards me. Especially with game stuff, I just feel like they're gonna fuck this up. But we'll see.
Yeah, they have a hard time sometimes bringing video games over to motion pictures because they try to fit everything, every nuance there is in that game for fan service. When you just can't do it, you just got to go. Okay, we're just going to focus in on this, and then if we do another film, then we can focus on that. It just becomes so disjointed. And really, did we really need a Bob Haskins Mario Brother film? I mean, honestly, what was that all about? And John Leguizamo has the audacity to complain about the new one. I mean, F off.
He complained, even though I'm worried about that new one too. I don't think they should have got Chris Pratt to do the voice. I'm sorry, they should have.
They should have got the original Super Mario dude, man.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah.
That was such a mistake.
Yeah.
What's up, Keely Child?
I get why they wanted a star, but they had other stars in other roles. Let those carry the film.
They should have had. Too bad Captain Lou died.
Wow.
The original one.
Yeah, the guy who's been doing the voice they should have kept him, and he should have did the voice for Mario, and that'd have been simple. And you would have had, I forgot who they have playing Bowser. I want to say Jack Black or somebody like that.
No, wow. So we'll I guess it boils down to who they're gonna actually get to play the characters, and the thing is, I think that from it being Streets of Rage, I think they're gonna start it off in the beginning.
Yeah,
there's no point in starting it off from the newer version or whatever. People need to see why is this happening and where it's all coming from. I think they're gonna start it from the beginning and let that shit rip. And if it builds, then they can install all the other changes, as the series, grows or whatever, to where he starts growing a mustache and a beard and all this other shit. But for now, let him come with the original shits, man. Let him show.
I agree.
And the whole thing to the dynamic of this, the whole element to this, it has this 80s feel to it.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking the same thing.
So are they gonna make this into an 80s movie? Are we gonna see graffiti on the walls? Are we gonna see fucking barrels of fire? To be honest, it would actually look like more like New York, Chicago, and some places, because coming out of the 70s going into the 80s, a lot of buildings were condemned. It was straight hood. That's how RoboCop was looking like. That kind of shit. And there was some parts of New York that looked like that for real. I know, I was there.
Detroit that looked like that for real. I was there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and still do.
Danny Brown talks about all these fields and all the abandoned shit, and it's just what the fuck?
Right.
Had that look, that 80s.
It's like that Escape from New York look.
Yeah.
Like basically you walking down the street, you don't know what the fuck you about to get into. Motherfuckers jumping out of windows, coming out of fences, out of buildings, and that's really what the game was. You had people just coming out of whatever.
You got that synth music in there too.
Yes, they have to bring that old music back. I think the first one is kind of the late 80s. The second one is like the early 90s. You know what I mean? And they should.
Yeah.
I think that's how they should age these movies. Like this should take place in the 80s. It should take place 88. You know what I mean? And the second one 92. And the third one 94. And then do the modern one. You know what I mean? As the fourth one, if you can get that far. You know what I mean? So just focus on, because this could be a franchise. You can go.
Oh yeah.
It looks like this is going to probably be the last John Wick. So you're ending on one franchise. You can open up another one and get another 4 movies out of Streets of Rage if you. You know what I mean? Stay true to it. So hopefully this is taking place in some sort of 80s-esque world. And you bring that aesthetic in. I think that would, and then like you said, the synth music, the iconic music, the synth, and 80s synth wave is like all the rage right now. So I think that work. So
I got several pages that subscribe to, so I can plug
me
in
too.
some of that. And considering the first one was done in 1991 for the Genesis.
91.
Which,
Okay.
Which I got my Genesis there. Maybe should go down to the used video game store and see if they got that.
Yeah. I got Genesis 2. I think I got Streets of Rage 2 on it, but I need to get.
Yeah, that's how the streets were looking like in RoboCop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Or basically when you see that old Judge Dredd movie, like like just a wild looking, shitty ass city, life or whatever, where it's like you got all kind of people coming out of the woodworks, and I wonder if they're gonna have all the colorful cast of villains, like they had
the
clowns,
yellow
motherfuckers juggling shit, then you had the big fat motherfuckers with the suspenders, showing up, and
those motherfuckers.
And then you had all kind of folks,
you got the bikers and the biker gang looking motherfuckers.
Right.
You got the wrestler, Ultimate Warrior. I always joke about him.
Yeah.
Some of the weird characters that come across, and they got the arcades and shit.
Now I got the Wikipedia up on this one. Of course, we can always take for a grain of salt, but they said a feature film and television series based on the series was announced in 2016. The film will be written by Derek Kolstad and produced by DJ2 Entertainment and Escape Artists, which we just talked about. Lionsgate acquired the rights to the film in November of 2022, so they just got the rights this month.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good comp. Yeah, Clockwork Orange and the Warriors. That sort of weird, that gritty but eccentric aesthetic.
Right. It's kind of our universe, but yet kind of a little step to the right. Or
yeah.
It doesn't matter, but it's just like, like Max Headroom had 8 minutes in the future.
Something like that. Yeah. Just something. Yeah, like an alternate version of the 80s.
Yeah, or some of those 80s B films that we had back then. I mean, those were just, Cynthia Rothrock films and stuff like that. Those where they were kind of running around like on these games, which helped inspire these games.
That's where this aesthetic came from. So we'll see. I still think they have a task. They probably are the people up for it. It's interesting that they've been talking about this since 2016. So that means this has been something. Hollywood has that developmental hell thing where properties sit and they never get made. Hopefully that doesn't happen to this. Hopefully this does get made. Hopefully it's good, man. There's a lot.
Yeah.
We're just some motherfuckers on the internet. We can spitball some ideas to put in. Hopefully the people who are actually doing this have that much care and interest in making a good film.
Cynthia Rothrock is still a badass, just to let you know. Just going to Newbaum Turk, but and this makes me more comfortable if they did do this a live action.
Yeah,
really, honestly, it's not like you're making this full-fledged, super person suit, X-Men or whatever. A lot of this stuff is simple, straight streetwear,
fight choreography, streetwear,
yeah.
Maybe I go back into some of the catalogs and hit eBay for some of these clothes, but
yeah,
you know what I mean? You'll just get old,
right?
Just old 80s style clothing, 80s style costuming that you would have put in any 80s B movie or late 80s in particular, and then the next one do 90s and then keep it going. And now you got something to do.
Yeah, just like think of Chuck Norris back in the 80s, and then think of as you move along. I mean, the ripped the vest and the bulging arms, and Invasion USA. You think of him when he's standing there with the two machine guns.
Holy shit! Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, that's. Hey, take a look at the picture that we got up on the screen there. That kind of looks a little like a Chuck Norris Invasion USA type. It's like, boom, there you go. I mean, that's not going to be a hard look. It's not like you're going for these complex costuming.
You're not making Iron Man.
Right, exactly. So a live action film with the right, doing of course, obviously the right sets, the right location, doing the right locations up properly, all that. And, of course, fight coordination, you're going to have yourself one kick-ass film.
Yeah. Yeah, because most of the stuff is just fight choreography.
Yeah.
If you have really good fight choreography and a story that's simple and I mean, you can probably use the old Genesis as the storyboard. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
just whatever those beats were, just use that as a damn storyboard. Keep it dumb simple.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not gonna do every single level, but just try to incorporate some of those levels into the set and tell a simple story about these former cops fixing the streets of rage. You know what I mean? That's it.
Right. Exactly. I mean, that's what you have on there. Have you guys ever seen the Kung Fury film?
Of course.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of. Kung Fury,
Yeah.
man. I mean, even throw David Hasselhoff in there to do the music.
No, I think just take the OG soundtrack, maybe remix it a little bit. That's it. That's what I would do, man. I love the. I when I play the new game, I play with the old soundtrack because that's an option. I love the old soundtrack so much. Even the new one's not that bad. But yeah, I would. This can be good if they want it to be, and I think they will. And I also think, for a while you say, "Oh no, they're gonna woke it up. It's gonna be woke. It's gonna be woke." That was the fear every time we think about anything, right? And you still should have some of that fear, but I feel like Hollywood's chickens are just starting to come home to roost, so they're gonna need to make stuff that people like.
And let's see and look at the pedigree that the person who wrote it has already.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's definitely has something to stand on. With it's like this is what you need, and he knows what people want, and obviously, sounds like he must be a fan of the game. He must.
Yeah. Yeah. So that means, and Chuck and Cynthia probably can still kick most people's ass. That's as much of a statement about us as a society as it is anything about that. Chuck Norris still fucks someone up, but still.
Yeah. Well, I seen Cynthia not too in pictures and all that. She still does teach martial arts and does martial arts stuff, and she looks pretty darn good for her age, I tell you. So I wouldn't want to mess with her. That's for well. I mean, depends on which way you're talking about messing with, but you know what I mean.
Well, Lone suffers in the next room, so I'm.
No, she's at work right now. I'm safe.
Oh, okay.
No.
But she knows me. She knows me.
When the cat's away, the mouse will play, right?
Yeah. Hey, she made it known she'd leave me in a heartbeat for Billy Joel. So I mean,
damn.
Piano man.
Billy Joel.
Oh, she loves Billy.
Oh well, I hear that now.
I like Billy Joel.
I do too. So that helped out relationship. The fact that
he's like, yeah, she's in much better shape than Chuck.
I haven't seen Chuck Norris in a minute.
Yeah, well, he's like 80 now.
Yeah, he is. She still has shapely butt.
She does. She has a sweet little caboose. I tell you on her.
You know that Chuck is 82. Wow,
82. Yeah.
I know he's always been older than I think he is. So yeah.
Hey, say man, pull up a picture then.
Well, since you're Rock, let me see if I can find it.
I can't look at no 65-year-old's ass.
Oh, God.
When I'm in my 50s, maybe, but not in my 30s.
She said it's not a 65-year-old worth your gaze.
No.
Let me see.
Whatever. Man.
When I'm in my 50s, maybe. But not in my 30s, man. I can't.
Oh, I tell you what.
I'm no one to talk, right? She has her Twitter has recent pics, apparently. I'm no one to talk. I was looking at the fat chick at Kroger the other day. I can't say shit. But like it's just like, okay, I gotta have lines.
I hear you, man.
Again, when I'm in my 50s, I'm all 50s, 60s myself, I'm gonna be all for that.
Oh, okay.
But
okay, so I got here. Let me see if I can. Let's see. I'm trying to find a good picture of her. Whoa, this is a nice picture of her. Okay, let me get the. Okay, so I'll present. Share screen. I'll get this. Is this it? Yeah. Here we go. There's one picture.
You ready for this, Vigilante?
Are you ready to eat your words, man?
Nah, man, that makes me feel weird, man.
Oh, come on.
She looks good for her age. I ain't gonna lie. Not about the cap.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing now that she's 65, it's like,
wait a minute. Blow that.
No, she looks good for her age, but it's still just like, oh man, I don't know, man.
Really?
Man.
I just not as if I didn't know she was 65, I'd probably be. If you would have just not said, if y'all would have played me, I'd have, oh yeah, she's cute. And you're like, oh yeah, she's 65. Like, oh fuck.
There we go. That's her in their. There you go.
In her youth.
We're still.
Yeah. She's an attractive woman, you know.
Oh, she was.
The old blokes in the home will have fun, but I'm just.
Oh, come on, man!
I know. I'm no one to talk. She could probably kick my head off. I'm not saying. No, that. I'm just saying. I can't. 65 is too old. I'm not. This isn't a visual thing, man. The old pots, you make the best soup. Hey, you see those pictures old? Okay, so that makes you feel a little bit better. Like she's not still looking like that.
Okay, well,
she was probably still in her 50s doing that, looking like that.
Yeah.
Nah, look. Once you put her name in and put like.
Oh, stop, Zach.
Her now.
We're done with this slander.
Should be selling blue pills after 10 p.m. on the USA Network.
Well, here's 2021.
Where?
Oh, I'm just pulling that right now. This is supposed to be her 2021. They see.
Still look good for her age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh boy,
it's a proof that like working out really does slow the aging process.
Oh yeah,
committing to fitness. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. I mean, I'm honest. There's a lot of 20-year-olds who don't have bodies that good. Let's just be honest.
No.
You know what I mean? Especially in this DoorDash generation.
Yep.
So I mean, she looks good for her age. Go back and click on her Lifetime Achievement Award for martial arts.
Okay, lifetime.
Is that
Oops, that's the right spell, right?
Not at all trying to disparage her. I'm just saying 65. I'm in my she's 30 years older than me. I can't do it, man. Yeah, I'm not saying I couldn't be drunk at a Cougar bar and get food. I'm saying I wouldn't be like going hardcore in the paint. And oh, come on, why'd you highlight that? That slander.
What? This? Oh,
no, Zach's. That was a one-time thing when I was a young man, and I was still bringing up old stuff. That happened a long time ago. That happened. She was in her 40s when that happened. She's in her 60s. This is a long ass time ago.
This is from this year.
See, she's trying to lust you out too. Nah, man, not no 65-year-old. I can't do it.
I can.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're also.
I know. I'm 54, so she's only 11 years older than me.
So then it's like, like I said, if I was in my 50s, I'd be all for it.
Yeah. If I was younger, I'd still go for it. This is Cynthia Rothrock, for crying out loud.
End of the top row.
It is a good story, but it's still. I'm sick of the slander. No, it is what it is.
I didn't bring it up this time.
She could market those pills because, like, if you are an older gentleman, most women your age bracket are not going to look this good.
That's right.
Anywhere close.
Yeah. That's her today.
Okay, she was definitely cute.
Oh yeah.
And listen, like I said, for her age, she's punching above her weight class, literally, as far as her looks, as far as her age. I'm not gonna lie.
And I'm safe because I know she never did any nudes. So that's like the closest you're going to get to skin with her.
She's 10 years your junior. See, old man's like, shit. This youngster here can still get it.
And okay, so I mean, look what happened. She did age a lot there. Look at that. From that, I mean, now she looks like Jackie Chan. Poor lady.
But I'm tis.
Oh yeah, and then I mean, Come on, Vig.
In that era, yes. How old is she probably then? In that era, hell yes.
She can still do that. She's in the yoga and all that stuff still, man.
Not no 65-year-old.
Come on, man.
Nah, man, I can't. I can't.
Okay, now you have scruples.
I got it at some point.
All right. Hold on. Go down. What about that picture right there with the purple picture? Nope.
Purple picture
next to it.
This
next, one? Nope. The other side. Yeah. Dude, you keep. Never mind.
Okay.
Right. The purple. I'm looking at it. I know which one he wants.
I know, but he passed it over a bunch of times. Like he don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay, I'm gonna start here. Now you want me to go right?
No, go. Yes, keep going right. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Stop. Stop right there. No. Okay. Yes.
Oh. Yeah, the purple.
Oh, the purple. I was looking for a purple outfit.
I don't know what you were looking for.
That's
go
the
down.
Same one.
Yeah, go. Yeah, look at that.
Look at
now in that era, at that age, absolutely, she wasn't 65 then. What's this? This got to be 90s.
Nah, she was like fucking. She was like 53.
She wasn't no 53 in that picture.
Yeah, dude, I bet
she's like.
I'm just saying, look at her, man. Yeah, look, dude. Yeah, no. Man. You know,
she was like 35 at. Now, right there, she's in her 50s, 60s. Man, it's gonna be dry. I can't do it, man. I'm just telling you.
Oh, she dry. Whoa! What's this dry stuff, man?
Man, you like you wrestling with yourself right now, bro.
Nah, man.
He's trying to. He's kind of
trying. Yeah, man. Don't fight that shit, man. Don't wrestle with yourself, dog. Yeah, man. Just
y'all enjoy.
You just can't fight this feeling anymore.
So the purple was 07. So she so that's 07. What's that? 15 years ago?
Yeah.
I mean, she was
like
50.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a push. 50 is a push. But I would have hit if she was 50 looking like that, I would have hit it. Yes. Absolutely yes.
I mean, she looks like that now. So what's the issue?
Not much different. No,
15 years of age is the issue.
What?
Being old enough to be my grandma is the issue.
Yeah, but imagine what she could teach you, man.
No,
with those moves.
I mean,
she'll make you a man, Vigilante. She'll make you a man.
If she's in her 50s, I'm all right. 50, okay, you know that's older, but you still looking good for 50. 65. Come on. I'm not about to date no woman 35 years old, 30 years older than me.
Completely derailed the convo. Yay me. Look at that shit. That's funny.
Yeah, you did. 30 years older. That's a lot. That's a lot. I can't do no 30 years older, man. I can't. To each their own. To each their own.
That's prime USDA.
Hey, man.
It's younger woman, man. I can't do it.
No, it's all right, man. Shit. If you're getting them like that, then hey.
You know what it is Vig is just afraid he's going to get beaten up.
No,
the taco beat me up. The taco beat me up. I got beat up by a taco.
Do it with the 65, man. It's just too much. It's too old.
Nah,
too old.
She's 50 and still looking that damn good, huh, Bruce?
Yeah.
Says, she does 4 hours of physicality and DMT entity speaking.
DMT entity speaking. Whoa.
She's doing yoga.
Yep.
Squats with Skywalker telekinetic work. And she earned
I don't know, man.
Imagine how she could just kegel you, man.
There are girls who are in their 30s and 20s. No,
but she has experience.
Nah, I'm not trying to. Nah, y'all can enjoy. You guys have fun.
He's afraid that she'd rip that weenie off.
No, sure.
You guys have fun. Enjoy.
You guys have fun.
She'll put the old gripper on you. You wouldn't even know what to do.
Nah.
Make them toes curl up. You all right?
It'd be, what's that screaming? Oh, Vig, she's with Cynthia Rothrock.
I'll pass on that. I'll pass. I'm gonna have to pass like Steve Nash on that one.
Yeah. Here we go. This is from the 2021 Lifetime Achievement Award. So, I mean, I don't like the color.
See that neck? I can't do it. Once I see that neck, I'm like, no.
What?
I can't do it. Too old. Why am I being made to be a bad guy for saying 65 is too old for a 35-year-old man? Can somebody explain this to me?
Because if I was 35, I would go for it.
No.
Yeah.
Man, Vidge is like.
Why am I being made like I'm a stickler or something?
No, I'm just saying, it's like shit, you like I'm a beast in the sheets.
Yoga squats. Yoda squats.
Yeah,
Yoda
man,
squats.
chill, boy. She put that grip on you, you wouldn't even know how to act.
I'll pass.
Ah, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, what that mouth do, girl?
Nope. Where's your daughter? I should be trying to date her granddaughter, not her. No.
Ah, come on, man.
No.
You don't even work like that, bro.
Nah.
Yoda. Yoda.
I don't know that Yoda squats.
Oh shit.
Bruce in his typo. Got him.
Yup. This will squeeze that and kegel your phenom, yup.
Yeah.
Put that grip on you wouldn't even know what to do, man. Shit.
Yeah, it's yes. Born in 1957. Other names that she had: Fu Lok Law, FOOLOKLAW. Fu Lok Law was another name she used. She's 8th degree black belt in Tang Soo Do, black belt in Taekwondo, black belt in Karate, black belt in Eagle Claw, black belt in Wushu, black belt in Northern Shaolin, black belt in Phi Lum Tao Kung Fu. Oh, wow. I feel like I'm listing off the menu at China Pagoda. But that's okay. She's married to Ernst Rothrock. Oh, no, wait a moment. They're divorced. They're divorced, but she does have a child, so there's someone in your age. Maybe her kid looks like her.
Yeah, maybe. Make sure her child was born a woman, because that's a whole another can of worms.
Oh, I have a sneaky feeling that let's go to their official site. Maybe they have. Ooh, nice dragon. Ooh,
yeah,
nice shot.
There you go, man.
Oh, you can get her films. Wow. Ooh. World champion, acting career, celebrated role model, video. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to be doing a little bit later on. Where's the tissues?
Oh no, man. Nah, man. I don't go to that part of the hub. I'm not in the mature section of the hub, so I'm gonna go ahead.
I don't need to go to the mature section, man. Well, unless you want to account for 65 as being mature.
Yeah, it would.
Oh, that's right. She was in Hercules: The Legendary Journeys.
Yeah,
I forgot that she was in there.
That's right. And that was, you like that show, huh, Vidge?
You talking about Hercules from back in the day with I watched it. I watched. I don't remember shit about it, but I used to watch all the time over the summer.
Yeah, she was on there.
Xena.
Yeah, so she was on there. So there was like that connection.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, between you and her,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying, it's been there the whole time, even before we even got to this conversation. See how it came back around?
Nah, I don't even remember the show. I remember it, but I don't remember. Come on, man. This is I don't know what this is, but it is.
But you know what though? At least ain't nobody trying to pair you up with a with a bad looking one. So you all right?
Yeah. I mean, we're not trying to. We're not that mean, man. We're not that mean. 24 Hours to Midnight. That was a Charlie Bronson film, wasn't it? She was in that one, 1985. Yeah. So she was in 24 Hours to Midnight with Charlie Bronson. She was in the Dukes of Hazzard reunion movie, 1997. Of course, China O'Brien was kind of she was kind of her character. That and China O'Brien too. She needs to do another one. Lady Dragon, Fast Getaway, Eye for an Eye, Tiger Claw. She was even in Eek the Cat, obviously doing the voice, but she was in Eek the Cat, if you remember that one.
I do not.
Oh, You don't remember Eat the Cat? That was I think that was Fox. I think that was a Fox.
Yeah, it was.
Cartoon show.
Yeah, Eat the Cat was Fox.
Mm-hmm. Back in the beginning days of Fox, one of the first quote unquote kid films. Stuff. Yeah. Good old. They got a shop. What do they have here for a shop? Oh, life-size inflatable Cynthia Rothrock doll. There we go. We know what you get. Now. Actually, you can get autographed pictures. Not too bad a price.
Yeah, man.
I'll pass.
I won't. I might have to do that. Ooh, replay video, 30-minute flexibility training class. Yeah, I'll need a cigarette after that one. Oh.
Wow. Hey, Vidge, he got a question for you.
Not now, no. We're not doing this old chick thing. We're done here.
What? I'm not that old.
Lawless.
How old is Lucy Lawless? She's got to be like 58, 60.
I'm just saying, but I mean,
if she has a time machine, her younger self, not. This is not an old
Lucy Lawless. Let's find out, okay?
Lucy Lawless is old enough to literally born. I think the same year as my mom. We're not doing this.
I think she was born the year. I think she's a little bit younger than me. 54. She's 54. Actually, she's a little older than me.
Yup, so good for you, brother.
Yeah, she was born in
look at no.
What?
The answer's no. The answer's
what?
No. You guys can have her.
I mean, he's just afraid she'd come in there going or whatever she does.
Old hoes, no.
He's not old. 54. Are you calling me old? Never mind.
54 is old. Listen. For a 35-year-old man, yes, 54 is too old. Too old.
Only 20 years.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I don't even want to date 35-year-old women. To be dating I'm trying to date younger. I'm trying to date younger than myself. I want to leave. I'm not trying to date these. Listen, I like vintage things as much as the next man, but for certain things you got to have a little more up to date.
Bitch, I'm gonna say this is love. You're ageist. You're ageist.
I am with my team. I am incredibly ageist. Incredibly ageist. I'm going to own it. 54. 45 is the absolute cap. That's the cap.
Okay,
that's the absolute cap. Are there exceptions? I'm trying to. Leonardo DiCaprio has this shit right. What is it? 25, 26 for him?
Yeah. 25 drops him.
That is the way. That's how you should. Not can I pull that off? Hell no. I ain't got the money, the swag, or the looks to be able to pull that off. But God damn it, 55? No, I ain't doing it. I refuse. I think beat my meat to like it owes me money before I date a 55-year-old chick.
I think I know what his big problem is. His little face going, not again tonight. I'm so sorry. I think I know what his problem is with Cynthia Rothrock. She's Polish. He doesn't like Polacks.
Hey, Michigan, there's a lot of Polacks, the Punchkis and shit. A lot of
her last name, actually, her legal last name is Markowski. And her married name is Rothrock. So she's a Polish girl.
So no, it has nothing to do with the nationality. It's the age. You're too old.
No,
there's exceptions. There's exceptions to the rule, but you're not one of them. No.
Bruce.
That's where I'm. That's the diet I want to live by. Is Leonardo DiCaprio. Just keep dating young girls, and just when they get old, just get a new one. That's I know. Oh, this is sexy. Fuck. That's how I wish I could live. That's exactly how I wish I could live. The hell type of statement is that? This was mama. She looks like my mom. That's what do you mean? You trying to push up on Mama Vigilante? He's like, let me see if I can slide in those DMs.
There we go.
Get out of here.
Hopefully, it's nothing to do with Oedipus Rick complex.
Nah, we ain't on that stuff. I like Back to the Future a lot, but we're not getting down like that.
Wow.
you're legal to drink. You're too old for me. Is that your model?
I ain't going that far because that's now we're getting into damn near R. Kelly territory.
Well, 20 years old. I mean,
20. I would say the ideal deal is between the ages of like 22 and 28. That's the ideal deal. And then scale up. That's the ideal. Now, I'll date somebody my age. I'll date somebody a little older. 45 is the absolute oldest I'll go. As I get older, that'll move up. When I'm 40, 50 will probably be the oldest I go. But I'm not 40. I'm 35 right now. I'm not 50 to where I may go a little older. But nah. But then if I'm 50, I'm not going to want to deal with no old chick or hip going bad. Fuck all that. No.
No 65-year-old Pollock for me. Keep my Polish sausage to myself.
Exactly. None of these old. No. A 25-year-old one, we're in business.
Okay.
And y'all not going to act like I'm the only person who thinks like this. I'm not.
Oh, well. It's
Wait a
all
moment.
good.
Actually, her husband is in prison. There you go.
Oh, here we go.
I'm sorry. I had to. I went there. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. Is that show still on? Fucking Picard?
I don't. Did the new one come out yet?
I don't know. I'm surprised they got so many seasons because isn't they on the third season, some shit like that?
This is the third and supposedly last one. And I know what's his name was saying it's actually good. Burnett.
Robert Meyer Burnett.
Yeah, he says he's watching it twice. He says it's that good. So, I mean,
And Newman's probably not wrong about this. 22 is a little young, but I'm just talking about ideal as far as, like I said, 22 to 28, and then you got 28 to 34, and then you got 35 to 45. Those are like the ranges of like, and then after 45, that's no man's land. That's where I'm at. And I still gotta lose weight. I still got a lot of stuff before I listen. Well, trust me, a group of girls will have no problem calling me a dusty fat. Oh no, we don't want. So I got the right to say this hoe is too old.
Hey, I guarantee you want to lose weight. Spend a month with her in every which way, shape, and form, and you'll lose weight.
Oh boy,
you'll come out you'll come out beefcake, man.
Nah, man. Nah,
Vigilante Schwarzenegger.
Maybe if she's a personal trainer, yeah, she can personally train. Cause okay, that's a skill. But we're not talking. No, she's gonna have to.
Oh, she can personally train.
She's not gonna be dating the clients. No.
What's that dating? It's just doing exercise and training in other areas.
No. She's gonna have to exercise with somebody her own age.
All right, for sure. Tell you what, guys, I'll wrap it up for the night.
Okay.
On that bombshell, start the
Yeah, I'm on that. Y'all wild shit.
Boy, did we derail.
Yeah, man. But honestly, before we go,
Madonna.
Oh, did he seize up again?
Looks like the CIA called him. And then Zach's talking about Madonna. See, that's what I mean. It's disgusting.
Oh, Madonna. Oh, yeah. She
just.
Yeah, but she.
I remember she kissed Drake, and he looked so disgusted. That's why I would be worried about feeling that old woman just kiss you.
But she looks horrible with what she looks. Her face is all bloated, like she had a peanut allergy, and she was eating out some guy's bunghole, and the peanut came out, and
we gotta end.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah, man. Nah,